Alright, so I'm at Knott's Berry Farm today for the Boysenberry Festival. This is the first week of it. I just got off of Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider was actually running pretty slow today. It went from my #1 in the park to #4 very quickly. Yeah, it dropped out of my top 25. I don't know what's wrong with it today, but it's a little bit rough and it's kind of slow. But anyway, we're gonna start off the morning by riding all the coasters that we can. Accelerator is closed currently. I have a feeling it may open today because it has been testing all week. Or no, not all week, since like a few days. It's been tested for a few days. So maybe it will open, but we'll see. Anyway, gonna go ride Silver Bullet. So I got off Silver Bullet. I did second to back row. There's virtually no wait right now. And really fun ride. It's one of my favorite inverts. And it's a little bit rattly today, but it's not too bad. Nothing painful or uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable at all. It's a very fun ride. I'm gonna go hit up Soul Spin now because there's no line for that. That was an interesting ride on Soul Spin. I got stuck all the way up there and I was facing like 90 degrees on my side. That was fun for about 5 minutes. Luckily they got it down pretty quickly. So good job to the maintenance team here. They got it down pretty quickly. Probably one of the better rides I've had on it, considering the ride profile right now is actually not the good one. So honestly, not too bad. I just rode Montezuma's Revenge, and it's running really fast today. This launch has a very good kick to it. Definitely grayed out during the loop today. Yeah, it's just flying through that thing.
The train is rapidly approaching.
So Accelerator's been testing the last few days, and it doesn't appear like it's going to do any test runs today, or at least not yet. It's just sitting in the break run right here. Other train is taken apart and getting redone for its maintenance cycle. Not really much to see. Doesn't look like it's going to test or open today at all. They're doing some kind of work over here with the Accelerator. It looks like they're messing with the cables over here or something. So the Sky Cabin has reopened with an ugly catwalk at the top. So the Sky Tower is back open. Gonna try to get a ride on it and see what I can see for construction on hang time over here. Alright, so I just got off Coast Rider. The shin pads are really not that bad, to be honest. People make them seem really bad. I mean, they're really unnecessary and they shouldn't be there, but they're not the worst thing in the world. The worst thing about the ride is just the amount of trims and how hard those brakes are. So really the shin pads are not the worst of the ride. Definitely not the best mouse by any means though. So something very surprising today, Pony Express is open and the sign said it would not be open today. This track piece right here was out just a few days ago, like they actually had taken it off. So it's kind of a surprise to see this open. It gives me hope Accelerator might open up today. Alright, so I got my Boysenberry tasting card. So there's 8 locations this year, so we're going to try them all and see how they are, and then I'm going to probably buy some extra stuff because they have stuff that aren't on the card. So I'm going to go check out a bunch of stuff here.
That's probably what's on my lap.
Alright, so I got all the items on the Boysenberry Festival tasting card, and I'll go over a review of all of them. So let me see. Number 1 was the short ribs. The short ribs are actually really good. It's served with rice on the bottom of it, and those are pretty good. Not my favorite in the festival, but those ones are one of the top ones, one of the better ones. I don't know how to pronounce it. Pergries? Dumpling thing. It had cheese and potatoes and stuff in it, and came with like a boysenberry, onions, and bacon on top of it. That was not too bad. That one was decent. The chicken wings were really good. Those were, I think those might be my favorite. Then there was the macaroon. Those were really good. I thought it was going to be really weird. It looks like meatballs, to be honest. I didn't think it doesn't look like a cookie, but it tastes so good. And the boysenberry like icing or whatever they put on top was so good. I'm probably pronouncing this completely wrong, but yeah, that was kind of a miss. That one, that's basically the boysenberry corn with it had boysenberry butter, boysenberry mayo, and Parmesan cheese on top. Definitely not a fan of. I'm not a fan of mayo at all. But it didn't really have. I was gonna try it just because it was boysenberry, but it didn't really have much of a flavor to it. I mean, I didn't really taste much of it, and it just kind of came off bland. I wasn't really a big fan of it. And the boysenberry butter you could taste, but it just didn't go well with corn. The hummus was probably the worst thing. No, sorry, second worst thing. That was kind of flavorless. The pita bread was good, but the actual hummus was kind of bland. It didn't really have much flavor. Then there was the boysenberry quesadillas. Those were something. Those are the worst ones on the list this year. I can't believe how disgusting those were. Those were not good. They just did not taste like anything, and they were just kind of blah. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that they go with like unique things, but I think they went too far this year. I mean, that one was not a good choice. But I mean, if you like it, go ahead and like it, but for me, it was not for me. And then the final one, which I think is tied with the boysenberry wings for my favorite this year, is the boysenberry sausage. And it's actually just regular sausage, but it's just really good sausage. And it comes with boysenberry relish, which I didn't use. I don't like relish. And you have the choice of putting boysenberry ketchup or mustard on it. I don't think the mustard was boysenberry. The ketchup is, and that ketchup is so good. And that was those two, the chicken wings and the sausage, were my favorite ones on the menu this year. The rest of them, I think, I mean, there's a few other good ones like the macaroon and the short rib. But I feel like half of them this year were kind of just, they tried to be something different, and they just, it's a good attempt, but it didn't really work out in their favor, I don't think. I mean, if you like it, good. I mean, but for me, it wasn't that good, in my opinion. Yeah, I would say it's about half and half this year. Half of them were pretty good, and then the other half kind of could use some work.
Cotton candy.
Can I have some?
Okay, 2 boysenberry cotton candy.
Alright, so they did move the train into the station. They do have what appears to be some normal employees, like normal ride operators in the station. So it's looking good on opening up any day now. I don't think it's going to open up today. It could possibly, but I'm not going to stay around to find out. Yeah, they moved it into the station for sure. conclude this trip to Knott's Berry Farm. I don't have the time to stand around and wait for Accelerator to test. I got to get home. But I did get that quick footage with my phone of it backing up into the other brake. So I did get questions asking, is it actually testing? It is for sure testing. I haven't seen it do a full test run, but I can only assume they have been, considering, you know, the ride's in full motion. I can tell it is. They were just looking at something. Maintenance was looking at something, I think in the middle, somewhere in the middle car, when they were moving it back, maybe some kind of sensor issue. So I think they were just, you know, there's something wrong in that middle car or something with the sensors, so just testing that out right now. Probably they'll have full test runs later today.